this. A trip to New York City with first-class treatment. Sounds great, right? There is a new coach in town. Don't worry yourself with TSA or crowded trains. Just hop on the jet. Chad, it's so great to see you again. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. I was blessed and lucky to get a ride on your new jet coach. You guys are officially on the road. What makes the jet coach stand out above the rest?
We like to think of it as just a brand new way to travel. What we've done here is take the experience, the onboard experience, the luxury and comfort of a private jet, and combine it with the convenience and affordability of a motor coach. So you get, just from booking through destination, you get a really high-end first-class experience, but it's at a very affordable price point, starting at just $99 one way between the two cities.
Right. And you feel like, you are riding in luxury, but you do feel like you're on kind of a private excursion, right? There's 14 seats on board?
Yeah, typical coach bus is 50 plus seats, so we're only 14, so a ton of space. You can see the seats behind me, very comfortable leather recliners. We have a nice big restroom in the back, upscale restroom in the back. We have an onboard attendant to bring you drinks and snacks, beer and wine in your seat. And we have really fast Wi-Fi, what we call our hi-fi Wi-Fi. And then the coolest feature we have is we're actually the first people in the world to use this technology. Our seats are motion canceling, as you got to test out.
Yeah.
So each seat has an active suspension system that reads what's happening beneath it 100 times a second. And if it feels a bump, it measures the bump and then moves the seat to counteract that bump. So you just kind of float the whole time. It's really cool.
So anybody that has, maybe gets car sick or motion sickness. I know my producer, Nyada, that was with me, she gets motion sickness and she was totally fine. And it just makes it more comfortable of a ride, right?
Yeah, it's really neat. The technology has been around for about a decade, so it's tested. It just hasn't been used for passengers before. And with something, and it's funny you bring up the motion sickness thing. I don't get motion sickness, thankfully. So when we were doing the R&D, I wasn't aware that we were kind of curing motion sickness. But when we started road testing it, we had a bunch of people at the beginning who get motion sickness who were like, this is the only time I've ever been able to check my phone in a moving vehicle, or the first time ever. So for people who do get motion sickness, it is a big benefit.
Chad, that Wi-Fi is a great idea because we have to stay connected all the time.
Yeah, the two things people seem to be really impressed with or talking about in the first few weeks here is one, the seats, obviously, but also the streaming fast Wi-Fi. Like our Wi-Fi we really nerded out on it. Our Wi-Fi is fast enough for all 14 passengers to stream simultaneously. So if you're working or relaxing, it's uninterrupted service the whole time. It's a big difference.
So you guys are running just right now from DC to New York and back, right?
Correct.
Okay. And how many times a week? Like, what can people expect?
So we're doing just a kind of a limited launch schedule right now. We're running Fridays through Sundays,
okay,
a couple times a week. We're expanding to Thursdays, and then we'll be expanding the schedule from there in January and February. But the goal is to get to 7 days a week, by February, March.
It's such an affordable, incredible, luxurious ride. That many people take that ride from DC to New York all the time. How did you come up with this? What made you even think to start this company?
So about a decade ago, I was actually stuck on a really painful intercity bus ride with my girlfriend at the time. It was just one of those things where one of those trips where everything that could go wrong went wrong. It took forever. The AC was broken. The driver wasn't giving us any updates. We ran out of water halfway through the trip. So I was just sitting there in the back of the bus, kind of stewing and looking around and just thought to myself, this doesn't have to be this painful. Like if I had a little more space, we weren't packed in like sardines. If someone could bring me a drink, like not even a beer, just like a water or a Coca-Cola. And that's where the idea started. And this is where we are a decade later.
Well, you pay for what you get, Chad, and we appreciate you bringing this luxurious ride to us. Congratulations. I know it's been a big hit so far, and it's going to be fun to see the jet coach on the road.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been very lucky. We were sold out last weekend and have had really good ridership so far. So looking forward to continuing to provide first-class service for people.
It's really such a smooth ride. I'm going to post some photos on social media. If you'd like to try, the jet leaves from downtown DC. You can purchase tickets at thejet.coach.